Here we go. So, it's Friday with Professor X, isn't it? And my wild card topic will be advocating, because people have asked me, they say, hey, Professor X, how did you become an advocate? Like, how could I get involved? How could I do it? And the way I started, I didn't ask anybody. It was something that I believe it was part of a step, a passion, a purpose or something, if you will. And in 2004, I was creating a documentary, you know, because before that I was always embarrassed, maybe by the way I look. I was somewhat shy. You know, I just had feelings like, you know, as many of you do, that, you know, you don't want to open up and show the world you exist. So in 2004, I just looked at the media and said, you know, there's nobody out there who's really given a chance in our situation, who's just an average person, actually. So I said, well, you know, maybe if I can create a video, a documentary, and just share it with others, maybe people can start to see the lifestyle that exists for us. So I created a documentary, a video called City Called Heaven. We got the idea from a song from Mahalia Jackson, and it was a nice feeling that gave us the dramatization intro that you can see in the video of like the incident that happened to me, how I got shot and everything. And then the video goes into my life and what I've gone through. And during this time of completing the video, you know, our great advocate, Christopher Reeve, passed away. And I just put that on hold, my documentary. And, you know, Christopher Reeve, he brought spinal cord injury where it is today. Whether a lot of us maybe don't know him or don't realize it, that, you know, he was already Christopher Reeve Superman. He was already a star. So when that happened to him, he used his power as Superman to create this introduction to the world of bringing awareness to spinal cord injury. You know, he's good friends with Jonathan McDonald from Kennedy Krieger and Dr. Wise Young, who I then met after, you know, being called to Washington, D.C. to perform the song that I wrote for him. And that's what I was getting to, you know. During the time I was making The City Called Heaven, Christopher Reeve passed away, and I wrote the song Forever Superman. And I looked on the internet, you know, this was like, I never did any communication with any forum. And that's probably the first time I joined the Care community. I don't even remember. It just, I wanted to share the video. Me and my cousin made it. My friend out there, Armando, he made the beat. Me and Jahi, we did the video in the kitchen. And then I edited it. I added, superimposed scenes from Superman. And we put it on the website. And I put it on the website. And I got like a lot of responses. I got emails, and it's like, great video, inspirational, made me cry. Would you like to be in the rally we're having? I was like, sure, you know. And God made everything possible for me to be there and be able to get to DC. I had like maybe 5 people with me, maybe more, you know. Everybody was just inspired by AMP, you know. It's like, hey, wow, we're gonna be in Washington D.C. rally, you know. And I didn't even know how much was involved. I didn't know Dana was gonna be the Hillary Clinton. And when it was my turn to get on stage, I'm on the stage with all like the United States and Hong Kong's leading spinal cord injury team, and I don't even know this. So I do the song. All right, I'm sweating. I'm gonna need some time though. I'm in pain somewhere. It must be my bladder. I just got the suprapubic change. So I did the song, and I look over and I see Dana Reeve crying. Since that day, I became an advocate. That was like, this is your calling. Then Dr. Wise asked me and my family to come to Hong Kong for the International Symposium of Spinal Cord Injury Research in Hong Kong. So God made that possible. And when I got home, I had a bed sore. I was in bed for maybe like a month from my butt and my side. After I got myself back together, the Reeve Foundation, invited me over to meet the crew. They told me some events. And it was like my calling. It was my purpose all of a sudden. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved being able to perform at events that are usually just strictly lectures. And then, it just became a unity. And I always advocated for that reason. That understand what I'm saying out there. Not out there, my producer, but to people out there. I believe it was my purpose, and all the people I met, like I met Santina Mulhall, Damon Rozier, Marcus Culver, Rox the Fox. I met people who, Four Wheel City, I mean, the names can go on forever, that were inspiring entertainers. And I was able to take some of that footage and all the stuff I did, create like half-hour shows and send it to my local public access. As soon as they got it, they called me. Says we never seen something like this on our public access station. We feel it would be a great asset to our community. Would you please come over and meet us? So I met with the man who was working at the station at the time, and it was great unity. And I was bringing shows. I made my songs, my videos, but my show was always based on everyone else. On advocating, wherever I was at. Let's say it was Something for Life Rolls On, the Santina was at. Walk and roll, rally this, rally that, event this, event. We became journalists, me and Santina. And y'all might have seen our little CNN piece. We became journalists. And Santina, she wants to model, act, perform, do, whatever. We want to do whatever we do as a whole. High rollers. That's us, And that's you. It's not just me. So, like I said, to understand this out there in the world, like, if I ever get the blessing to get that chance, I want y'all to hold me to it. If I ever get a show, y'all make sure that I have more than just me in there. I'm talking about a reality show. I would call on my friends, because when I wake up, when I get up, when I eat, when I sleep, when I use the bathroom, well, maybe not sleep, when I use the bathroom, when I got to get in my car and go to the doctor, I can't do it alone. I don't do it alone. I wouldn't be here today if I did anything on my own. So God embedded my life and designed me to know that the only way I survive is with family, friends, and those others who are in the same pursuit to deliver their message. So that became my passion, is to do this unity thing and just advocate for everybody. But it's been hard for me lately, like, to be able to just do it like I used to. But I'm working on trying to get back and bring it to the media. But I ran into a few obstacles where I felt I was doing a good service of promoting certain things or doing something, and in some ways it seemed like was like, sorry Professor X, but your help is not needed. So I kind of got a little feeling about that. I won't say what it is, but it's several things I've come across. So I have to be very careful, like what I promote, who I promote. And if you see me just promoting me or just talking about me, that's because I've run into issues where if I spoke about other people, it didn't seem to be like opened arm and accepted. So I'm got to be very, very careful. And I think that's why a lot of times we may seem self-centered or just about ourselves, because when I wrote a blog called "No Good Deed Gets Unpunished," which means, like, let's say a man, he has a candy store, and then he brings candy to a school and he gives out candy to the kids. Then he gets arrested because they think he may be, trying to stalk children. But he was only bringing some candy and, just to bring a little happiness in the kids' life, give them candy, but he got in trouble. He thought he was doing something good, and he wound up getting arrested and then have to go through court and everything just to find out that wasn't his passion, his reason. So that's sort of something I felt that maybe that's why I got to be very careful of what I promote and who I promote without the permission. If I feel like I got to go through that when I'm only doing for the cause, then create my work with my family. That's why you just see my latest video, The Quad Father, Rocks the Fox. Being an advocate is good, but you got to be careful of what you do. You may think you're doing something good, and you wind up feeling like you've done something bad. So that's my Friday wild card thing, is advocating. It's a great thing, but know your passion and be prepared for the obstacles you may face, even for a positive cause. Don't be afraid to do it, because I'm not. I'm going to still promote, but I'm going to promote the people that I know want the promotion. It's hard out there. People think you're an opportunist, which means when somebody's got something going on, they think people are coming to them for their opportunity to take in, to be an opportunist. And Professor X is not an opportunist. I really want the world to understand that now. I don't need to, what they say, piggyback. I don't need to piggyback. But I look at it like, if it's for the cause, then it's for the cause. But if not, I'll pursue my passions and things in ways where it's possible, for me and my family. I don't burn no bridges and hold no grudge. I always tell my peoples that, you don't burn bridges and hold no grudge. And as you going through this world, this industry of people who you may bump into and have a little bit of that barrier, in front of them, because you got to think about, people put up that barrier because there are opportunities out there. There are people out there who try to take advantage of you and want something, for their own benefit. So you got to be careful. So that's why I say I burn no bridges, hold no grudges, because you don't know why people are doing it. You don't know their experiences. You gotta respect everybody for who they are and what they do and why they even may not do something you don't like. So I'm going to continue to be the best advocate I can, the best person I can to represent spinal cord injury. I'm not perfect, Professor X is not perfect. But I love you all. Ability 411. My time is up. 15 minutes is close. I'm going to have to put it on stop. I will see you soon again. Peace.